Welcome back to the Success Publishing Videocast. My name is Jessica Soto, and I am here with one of our lovely authors today, Blanca Rodriguez. And we just love interviewing our authors because we get to shine a light on their amazing stories and the work that they do and just bring them out into the world a little bit more. So, Blanca, could you introduce yourself, give like the cliff notes on who you are and where you are in the world?
Yes, absolutely. Hello, Jessica. How you doing today? My name is Blanca Rodriguez, and I am here in Florida, the United States. I've been living here for 19 years. I'm originally from Puerto Rico, born in New York City, and I grew up in Puerto Rico and I've been here 19 years, actually. Oh my God, time
Wow.
has flown, definitely. Happy to be here. Blessed to be here.
Awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so happy to connect with you today.
Thank
So,
you.
you are recently published in Impact Leadership. Do you have that book with you to show off?
Absolutely. And I am
Let's see.
so
Oh, I
humble and
love
grateful
it.
and proud of this. Yes, me
That looks
too.
amazing. How did it
Yeah.
feel when you finally got that in the mail and you got to hold it in your hands?
Well, many emotions at the same time, definitely. Happiness. It felt absolutely surreal to finally be a published author. And it feels still to this day like a huge achievement. I'm very, very grateful to be holding this on my hand, definitely.
Yeah, that's awesome. So let's dive into your story a little bit. Can you give us a little more background on who you are and what brought you to becoming an author?
Well, when I grew up around mental illness, both sides of my family have had and have a history of mental illness since I was born. And living around that kind of environment, it was a very difficult thing to handle. And then my father died when I was very young, when I was 8 years old. And nothing was just the same again. He died under very tragic circumstances, unfortunately. And dealing with the death of someone as important as a parent and being around mental illness in the era when mental illness was so overly stigmatized, it's still a stigma to this day, but people are much more open to it. Back in those days, I mean, in the early 60s, it was sort of your life is over kind of thing, if anybody knew about mental illness. So basically that, and growing up around that either creates thick skin or you fall on your butt, or both things happen, definitely. And they both happened to me. And I said, of quite a few times in my life, I have said, oh boy, so much stuff has happened in my life that I could make a book out of this, definitely. And little did I know that I threw that intention out there. And many years later, here I am in my 50s, and I'm finally a published author, and I am definitely in awe with the idea. Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that. I mean, I think we don't realize it, but we all think at some point in our life, oh my gosh, I have been through all of this stuff. Maybe I should put it into a book. And you've actually done it like that. I'm proud of you because
Thank
it
you.
takes a
Thank
lot
you. Without a doubt.
to put all of that in there.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
and so I don't want you to give your chapter away, but I know, I read it and I know that you have the mental health on both sides of your family and the things that you've been through since to coming to who you are now, transforming into this person. Can you
Mhm.
tell us kind of a little bit of the struggles that you went through and the downslide that was able to bring you up to where you are now?
Well, definitely I would say in my younger years, in my 20s, I could say that's when I hit rock bottom.
Mhm.
Before that, I was sexually assaulted when I was a little girl, when I was 9 years old. And I grew up around an environment of you don't talk about bad things, you don't talk about the dead. And then me in my mentality of a 9-year-old, I said to myself, well, I cannot talk about anything that is wrong with me. And it was such a turmoil in those days, dealing with so much at the same time, and the silence, and you cannot talk about anything, that I really got lost in that feeling that if I say something, it's just going to be wrong. If I speak up, nobody will believe me anyway, because when I was a little kid, of course, my word really didn't have much of power, and I didn't really have much of any saying, because I was a little kid and I was supposed to be the ignorant one. I don't know nothing, shut up, go away kind of thing. And taking it from there, I just grew up with that trauma and that silence until, I mean, somehow the trauma is going to show up and it's going to tell you right on the face, you need to address this once and for all. And one day I was at a doctor's office and I picked up an amazing book that saved my life called The Secret. And that was the beginning of my transformation into the woman that I am today, the mother, the professional that I am today, and definitely a published author. So it's been definitely a roller coaster ride, without a doubt.
Just like your chapter title.
Yes.
All I could think about there was, you said two things. One, that when you were younger, you felt like your words didn't matter. And then a book is what started your transformation, and it's amazing how those connect, that now the book transformed your life and you are an author where obviously your words matter.
Absolutely.
So that is so cool.
Yeah.
So with your book and being able to put your words out, what is it that you hope that readers will get out of your story?
My biggest hope definitely is to send a message of hope, of resiliency, of persistence. And even if you make many mistakes in life, like I have, like all of us do, definitely it's about not letting your past define you, define what's your present, define where your future may be, define the person that you're meant to be. It's about that. And I really hope, and I am very faithful that this will reach the masses, because with my story, if someone, one person, or maybe a million, can be reached and can learn something to say, it's like, hey, if this lady right there, that she's older in the eyes of many, if she turned it around and made it through, maybe so can a lot of people. And definitely that's my biggest goal with this. Definitely, this is a huge mission in life.
I love that. And yeah, even if only one person were to read your book, which I'm sure is not what the case is going to be, that can still turn into millions. It's amazing once we put our voice out there, how many lives it can touch without us even knowing.
Absolutely.
So I definitely believe that will happen.
Without a doubt. Yeah, absolutely.
So why was exactly now the time to take on being an author and stepping into that power?
Well, all of my careers, I'm a licensed massage therapist. I'm a canine massage therapist. I've been a group fitness instructor for many, many years. And all of my crafts have been about helping others feel better, helping others with a massage feel better because they were hurting, helping others with bringing them a smile to their faces when I will teach Zumba classes. And based on that, this help definitely is another way to help others. I've been always in the business and in the mission and the goal of helping others. Definitely. That is like the rooting of all of this, without a doubt.
That's awesome. And then how has stepping into that identity as an author changed how you feel about yourself?
Absolutely. Stepping into being an author, I didn't know what I was diving into, but I just closed my eyes and jumped because something within me said, you should really do this. And with this authorship, a better version of myself definitely is happening as we speak. And I cannot wait to learn more from this experience, help others with my message, but definitely learn from all of these people that will and are listening and seeing my my story and my experience. And definitely, but the biggest rooting is helping others by helping myself, because this book here, it helped me in unimaginable ways, definitely. And since it's about helping each other, especially in these very hard times that we're living right now, that so many people are like kind of lost in the sauce, so to speak. Yeah, so definitely a better version of myself definitely has blossomed ever since I wrote this. And here I go again, thanking this so much and thanking Success Publishing for this amazing honor that I received by being here.
Yes, and thank you for being a part of it. What was the best or biggest surprise out of this experience?
Well, the biggest surprise out of this experience is the follow-up, the support from people. I mean, a few weeks ago when I put the book in Amazon, I just told a few people, oh, by the way, I have this book and look, oh my God, do you like it? Oh my God, and where is it? It's like, oh, I'm in Amazon. And then, I mean, that weekend, I was #1 release in Amazon on my category. And that was like a major highlight, definitely. But the biggest one is like, okay, that was the first biggest one. Now, the second biggest one is that I have a voice, that people will listen to my voice, and they are, and that they are definitely appreciating what I have to offer. Definitely. That is like, boom.
Yeah. Oh, I love that for you.
Thank you.
So now that you've done this, what is next for Blanca?
What's next for me is definitely, I am hoping with my book to be able to speak publicly about it. I am really planning on doing some public speaking in both languages, because English is not my first language, Spanish is. So I'm planning on doing that. Right now, I am doing massage therapy for recovery centers for very young people, way too young people that are addicted to opioids. And definitely, I would love to do some public speaking out of this and reach the masses, definitely, with this. And it's, here we go again. It's all about helping others with my story. Without a doubt. That is definitely, that's what's next. Absolutely.
That's amazing. I love the work that you're doing, and that is so cool. And I can't wait
you.
to see you posting about your public speaking engagements.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for chatting with me today. It was a pleasure getting to know you more and hear more of your story. Again, you can find Impact Leadership with Blanca Rodriguez on Amazon.com. And thank you so much for being part of the author family.
Thank you so much for having me. It's my honor to be part of the family, definitely.